Dímelo, Corillo, que es la que hay. Saludos y bienvenidos al Extendido con Melo. Esta semana tenemos con nosotros, oye, dos jugadoras que están bien brutales y vamos a hablar un poco de su experiencia que han tenido en la Liga de México y ella es Briahanna Jakcson Eneily. Hey, girls, how are you?
I'm doing
What's
good.
good? I'm doing good. Glad to be here.
Let me start it. First of all, Brianna, how are you feeling with your injury right now?
Right now, I'm feeling pretty good, getting better every day. I was sad when it happened, but right now, I'm enjoying my time away from the game, enjoying my time with my family, and I'll be back before you know it.
Uh, I see when it started, I see your Instagram, with another page in the Mexican League putting something light for your experience. Right now, your experience is you're playing with the uh, Mineras team in the Mexico League. You are the top player. I think so. You are the top. No, I think so. You are the top player in this team. Everything is good. Everything is a honeymoon. When you're a good player, but everything changed when you're injured. You know, you got one injury in your knee.
hmm
When you got the injury, it started everything bad. Tell me with that.
Well, it's not even when my knee started. Things were bad in this situation from the start. Like going back to when the contract was negotiated, like getting my flight, they just did everything last minute. I wasn't used to, working that way, but everything was cool. I got there. Um, I started issues when we were trying to get into the gym. Like going to the gym, it was a point in time where we had to provide our own transportation to the gym, and I wasn't used to that. And the other girls, it's normal. Like, come on, we gotta go. We gotta get this working, and for sure, like we gotta get this working. But I feel like that was like one of my first like red flags there. Like, y'all not even gonna get us to the gym, and we're just trying to get better so we can win this championship. That was my first red flag. And then yeah, when I got injured, like uh, they didn't want to take me to the hospital right away. They wanted to wait and see how I felt the next day, I guess. But I knew because I tore my left ACL 4 years ago. So I knew I needed to go to the hospital and get checked out. Everything was just slow. I didn't get crutches. I didn't get crutches to help me walk until halftime the next day at the next game. So I'm walking around on my torn ACL, not even knowing it. And then I had to start pressing them to go to the hospital to go get an MRI. I went Tuesday. I got injured Saturday. I went and got an MRI. Oh, I went and got an MRI Monday. Then I went to see the doctor. Was it Monday? It was Tuesday. It was Tuesday. Yeah. Got my MRI. And then after we got the results, I was like, I need to see a doctor. Like, and we went to the doctor. It was just so like informal.
Your injury Saturday, and you go to the doctor Tuesday. First of all, with that, I don't know, maybe somebody see this video or something like that, when you turn your knee or whatever injury you got, it's a lot of pain, Yeah, I and I play basketball too. Sometimes I turn my knee or my ankle, I cannot realize waiting with a lot of pain close to 3 or 4 days.
It was unfortunate, really. But my concern was just with knowing what was going on. Like I need to get the MRI. I need to know. Like I just being an athlete, normally when you get injured, you go right away, like same day
Mhm.
or next day. And it just seemed like they weren't taking it very serious. That's what I felt like. I felt like they weren't taking it serious.
I don't know why, with the experience, you talk, I heard in another players, but when you do the interviews, you talk to a lot of players, and when the interview is done, he's she something tell you a lot of things that got around to the league. Not
Mm-hmm.
exactly with the Mexican league, and other leagues, but he's the saying, I don't know why the players talk With this thing I thought to before started the interview, I thought to you, the most important is a league whatever around to the world is the players. You know, got player, got league.
Period. Period. You got to take care of your players too. It's not just having us. You know, you need to provide us with the the needs to be a player. You know, the gym, the trainers. You know, the nutrition. Like, if you want to win, if you want to win, but if you don't want to win, then you can just do whatever, right?
Mm-hmm. Nelly, hablame de tu experiencia. Tell me what you experience.
Look, I'm new, right? And I even got multiple people that told me to not speak my voice because it might hinder me. And for me, I'm a type of person that I think obviously the world is in a weird place right now, but I feel like good things happen to good people. So when I see bad things happen to good people, I don't think that's right, you know. And me and Brie, we're from the states. I have Mexican blood. I'm Mexican and Cuban, but at the end of the day, um, for me, it's like I really hate the position we're in as players because it's no secret. We don't get paid the same like men.
Mm-hmm.
So they have us in a controlled thing where our pay, and then at this point, we're females at the end of the day, you know? And I even talked to Brianna about it. I was like, why are we treated like merch? Like Brianna being a top player and how they treat her, what am I expecting? I just got in this game, you know? And I'm grateful to have Brianna like put me under her wing because realistically, when I don't know what's going on, I like, hey Bree, can you give me advice? Because I know you've been there and done that, you know. So for my experience, honestly, like my first experience, and like I said, we all have bad experiences, we all have good experiences. Me and Bree are not saying that everywhere in Mexico is bad. No, we're not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
But what we are saying, there are things that happen that we are told to shut up or hushed up because they put our job dangling in front of our head, you know? And for us, I feel like that's injustice. It's not true. And for me, um, I'm not the type to be drama, but I am the type to speak the truth, you know? And pretty much with my experience, me being foreign and I speak Spanish. I understand more than I can speak. I might have an accent, but at the end of the day, I can't be in a room and people talk Spanish. I don't know what's going on. But I can very much speak in a room and speak English, and no one knows what the heck I'm saying, the ones that don't know English, you know? But because how I was raised, I like to have people feel comfortable. Because at the end of the day, let's be real. I know it's business, but business doesn't have to be uncomfortable. And I feel like a lot of us are put in positions that we are uncomfortable and we are in a position where we're scared that we might not get hired if we speak. We're scared that we might get an X on our back if I support my friend because I really don't feel like it's justice that she's being treated like this, you know? And I'm gonna say this, and before I go into my story, is I'm not saying Mexico basketball is bad. I am not saying that. What I'm just saying is that essentially we're a business. We are part of the business. Without us, there is no women's basketball, right? So just as much as owners talk about us players talk about the owners and the organizations. This should be a fluid thing. This should be something that we all can connect for what? The good of women's basketball. We want to grow this. Me and Bree, we're from the States. Right now, you could only name me one basketball player in the men's side for college basketball, Bronny James, because it's LeBron James. But right now, women's basketball is popping because we unionize and we're pushing for the growth of the sport. We don't want to cause problems. We literally just want to women's basketball to elevate so then we can all be happy. Because at the end of the day, if we're not happy, why are we doing this? If we're not feel like we're safe, why are we doing this? If we're not feel secure that we can speak our mind and not, be threatened, why are we doing this? So for me, essentially, my personal experience, um, I was called gringa, you know, and I understand that, but at the same time, like I'm Mexican and Cuban. I can speak.
Hey, ain't
And
nobody
for
ever called
me,
me that.
that's kind of racist, you know, and it's not kind of, it is racist, you know, because there's things that America That's what I'm saying. But because there's no line of respect, there
Mm,
was no line of respect where I was playing for, because it was a team trying to become a professional team, but not being professional. If you're gonna
Mm,
claim pro, you gotta act pro. You know what
mm.
I'm saying?
period.
So
Period.
bottom line is, I know I might be putting myself at, yeah, I know I might be putting myself at risk right now, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't want to be part of any team that supports what they did to Brianna. And I feel like every team needs to put that in mind, that you need to treat your business, because we're employees, correctly, so that we can produce correctly. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I experienced the whole gringo card, because there's things that Americans call Mexicans that are racist, but I don't do it because why? Because my mom raised me well, and I respect people. I might not like everybody, but I respect people. That's all, how I was raised by my mother. Okay? And I was sleeping on the floor on a mattress for a week and a half. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from Mexico. I have family here, but why am I sleeping on the floor? And it's one thing that I'm the type of person, I really try to just not cause friction, because I've been told by multiple players how these teams treat us. So I was trying to be as available as possible, as open as possible, and not create friction. And essentially, I think I got taken advantage of in a sense, because I allowed, and I feel like people just do as much as they see they can do, you know? And even a lot of times, I played Brianna. She was asking me, why are you not playing more? Other people asking me, her friend, you know what I'm saying? Everyone was questioning, why am I not playing? I'm a foreign player. I'm not saying I deserve any playing time. All I'm saying is, essentially, you bring me from a different country to produce for you.
Yeah,
And it was just yeah, and it was a situation. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. It was a weird situation. Um, I felt like I got a lot of things that weren't in my control, you know, and I always have to tell myself, remind myself that I gotta act myself professional as well, you know, and because I have to, you know, not because I want to, I have to. And for me, it's like I was calling Bree so much throughout the season, like, cause she knows how much I love this game. She knows how much I want to be a factor here in Mexico, because I'm building my name right now, you know. And I know a lot of things that happen do come back and spin the block. But essentially, like, I just feel like there's certain things that happen to me, and I'm just like, this isn't right. I'm calling Bree, hey bro, da 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 da. What? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do, you know? And for me, like, she was telling me her experiences, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, something got to come good with it. And I'm trying to just control what I can control. I try to just pray to God, and my God, just help me figure this out, because I love this game. I put my whole life into this game, you know? And it sucks to me that things happen not out of my control. And I essentially got cut at the end, because I was put in a situation where I just felt like, I don't know how to explain it in words, but just a lot of things happened, and I didn't speak up, because why? Because I just wanted to keep my spot on
You
the
just
team.
wanted a hoop. You just wanted a hoop. That's it.
Yeah.
it's true.
And that's
And
everybody.
and that's essentially what's happening. Like, I feel like we're put in a weird situation where, you know, like, we there we're very pretty much, we know our spot in the situation, but I feel like this, us speaking, is gonna help us, or at least encourage players to, like, realize that we are the product. And I don't think none of us here in Mexico want to take advantage of any of the owners, anything, because we're here to play, win games, and their job is to make sure we're good with food, with housing, with transportation, with what else? Oh, gym access, physical therapy. I feel like you give us that stuff, we produce, we're all happy, everything's good.
Yeah, it's true. Brianna, asking you, I forgot asking you before started. Tell me a lot about for the
Can you hear
payments.
me?
Yeah. So I mean, All right, so as I was saying, like about the experiences and the order they were happening. So I didn't even sign my contract before I went there. I usually don't, though. I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of a normal thing for me. But I've been playing for a lot of teams with, with people that I've grown to know. So I kind of stay in the same organizations. But I didn't with this one. But I can't. I joined this team because of Carla, honestly. That's my friend. It was either gonna be them or I was gonna be playing with Mineras. But I ended up going to Zacatecas to play with Carla. It's my homie, and got there. Everything's cool. I signed my contract maybe, I don't know the exact time, but probably after being there for 2 weeks, I was finally signed my contract. Everybody, like, nobody signed their contracts before the first game type stuff. But so I signed my contract. I'm like, can I get a copy of my contract, please? I said, yes, I'll send it to you. I never got my copy. I got injured.
This is the
I
first
got
red flag.
injured. That's the second red flag, actually.
This
But
is the
yeah, like
second.
the second. So I'm asking for my asked again. I asked again for a copy when they didn't make the payments on time. Because I signed the contract. It was in Spanish. He broke it down to me, but I didn't read it as well as I should have. But either way, I should legally have my copy. So I've been fighting to get that. And then I asked for my copy again when I got injured. So that's 3 times that I asked for my copy of my contract, and they would just ignore my messages and not respond. Another red flag. So comes time for the payment don't come. I'm patient. I know things happen. I know there's extra things going on. So whatever. I'm very patient. I don't ever make a big deal. It's not the first time I've been paid late, but it's the first time that my payment hasn't been made in full. So we're waiting. They give us every couple of days they talk to us. They say Friday comes. Oh, next Friday. Oh, it's a holiday. Oh, it's just every excuse they could find. And then it got up to coming to a big game. It was going to be a really big deciding game for our season if we won those games. So that's when we made a stand. We came together as a team. We had a meeting and we talked about what we wanted to do. And obviously we all wanted to play, honestly. And one of our concern was, what if one of us gets hurt? Are we gonna be taken care of if they can't even pay us? And it's so crazy that it was me because I had that conversation with somebody talking about the injury. But so we all decided not to play, and they happened to make the payment just the day before the game. We didn't practice all week. Me and my homies, we trained. My close teammates, we trained, but we didn't practice as a team until we got paid for real. And we got our payment. Went on to play the game, and then what happened. And I told you about the crutches, about getting to the doctors, and they just made me feel, it's like they were gaslighting me. They made me feel like I was doing too much, trying to go to the doctors, trying to, see, even after surgery, the doctor said he would see me in 2 weeks. He would see me in 2 weeks. 2 weeks comes. I'm like, hey, when is my appointment? It was actually the Friday before my appointment was supposed to arrive. I'm like, so when's my appointment? Oh, it's not for 2 weeks, not for a couple more days. Like, don't, just chill. Like, I'm like, all right. So I wait till the 14th day. I don't want to do too much. And he's like, oh, like, are you in pain? Like, do you need to go to the doctors? I'm like, the doctor said he wanted to see me after 2 weeks. Like, what are you talking about? It's really just unbelievable and unnecessary. I felt like I don't know if this person had a problem with me or not, but it just seemed like whoever I was talking to, there was 2 people that I was dealing with. It felt like neither of them wanted to deal with me. And I'm really easygoing. Like, I just want to go to the gym and go home. If I get hurt, I want to go to the doctors and go home. Like, I want to keep things simple. But he just made me feel like I was doing too much. And I started to talk to the people around me about what was going on. And they definitely validated my feelings. And that's why I'm like, well, I just want to get out of here. Okay, I just want to get out of here. I want to not deal with these people, So I made plans to leave Zacatecas after the season finished. By the way, I never went to the doctors again. I never went back to the doctor, by the way.
Wow.
I took my stitches out myself, by the way. But yeah, what was I saying?
Yeah, that was a really bad, and then he say, parece en Spanish, en English too. Let me sing in Spanish first. Esto no es
Mm.
nada personal contra Mineras, esto no es nada personal contra la Liga de México, como Nelly dijo en algún momento, o sea, la Liga de México está bien, o sea, esto no es en contra de que porque un equipo sea antiprofesional no significa que otros equipos no lo sean, o sea, que sean profesionales, no. Esto es para que las personas aprendan, o sea, para que las muchachas si tienen alguna mala experiencia la digan, o sea, I say in English right now, it's nothing personal with the Mineras or the Mexican League. It's everything is that this thing is not professional. Her all that bad experience Brianna got with this team. Nelly saying before maybe one part of the interview, it's not all the thing is the Mexican league is bad. Maybe another thing is a professional, but it's only whatever team, whatever players see this interview, the Mexican league or around the world, I got this bad experience like that. Just start to talk. You got your phone, you got your Instagram, go ahead, post it. But I see that Brianna putting something in his history with another players. It's not really bad. But you got experience like that. You need to talk. You know,
Mm-hmm.
when you not talk, and never the people know what is the problem with that.
Right.
Yeah,
We
and
need to
then
let people know.
no, because at the end of the day, like, because I feel like the fear is what we feel like if we speak, they're not gonna contract us no more because they're like, oh, she's a troublesome.
Mm,
But they need to realize that's not our point. We're not trying to trash anybody. We're not trying to trash anyone. The point is us women, women athletes, we need to unionize. We need to come together and bring the sport forward. We're not trying to cause no friction. We're just trying to make sure just as much as they're happy with our performances and how we do stuff, that we're satisfied too, that we're good, that we're okay, that we are essentially like they scratch our back, we scratch our back. Any business, because it's a business, you treat your employees right, I promise you they go to the end. And a player like me and a player like Brianna, we can speak for ourselves. We go with this sport hard. We play with our heart. We play with our emotion. We give it our all because basketball for us is something that maybe her experience is different. I'm sure it's different for it's similar, but for me, basketball has saved my life. Without basketball, I can't tell you where I'll be doing right now, you know? And for me it's like it sucks that I can understand that this interview can put my career at risk, but I am willing to stand by Bree. I'm willing to stand by women's sports, and I'm willing to hopefully this is a push towards better treatment and is a push to grow basketball. Because essentially, basketball is such a beautiful thing. It brings people together. Me and Bree had experiences that I know we've met these little kids here, and we're like Michael Jordan to them. We're like, wow, like they're foreign girls. And like when I was smaller, I had that experience with older players. And for us, it's not just about basketball. It's more than just basketball. And that's what we're trying to for people to understand. Like if we can help to get our players and us because it's a family. This basketball stuff, we just want a better situation for us, and that stuff like this we bring awareness to, just so it doesn't happen. Because essentially, it's a bad look for both ends. And
And you know what? I want to say something. That this is not the first injury that happened. That surgery kind of injury. I just got injured, last year playing for Carrilleras in Chihuahua, and the way that they handled my situation was completely different. And honestly, when I got injured with this team, I expected the same kind of treatment. It's not even any kind of special treatment. It's honestly just doing things properly. I went straight to the hospital. Like I went straight to the hospital and things like that. So like not every experience is bad. Again, I can tell you every other experience I've ever had playing in Mexico, excellent. excellent, and that's the reason I've stayed here, because I've had plenty of opportunities to go elsewhere. Like, and that's also why I can speak up, because I mean, if any other team don't want to sign me, y'all don't want me playing here no more, that's fine. I'll take my talent somewhere else, but I'm not gonna go quietly. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna tell what happened to me, because like I said, it's going on with other people, and I just hope that people just start to speak up. Just demand, demand what you give, because I don't give nobody the bare minimum. I've never given the team the bare minimum. Like, I'm do just enough to get this money. No, I do more than I should. I give everything I could. And this season specifically, I was tapping into that. Me and Carla were really tapping in this season to go get that championship, because if you look at the team from day one to the last game we played, those were two different teams. You wouldn't even think they're the same players. And that's because me and Carla came together, put our heads together, and tried to figure out how we could bring the team together and get all on the same page. And it wasn't easy. Like, we was really putting our hearts into that. And honestly, that's the worst part of the whole situation, is that I didn't get to see it through. Me and Carla didn't get to see it through, because, I mean, we'll never know, but we should be champions right now. We would be, for real. Like, we was coming for it, and I said it earlier in the year because I just knew what we were doing. So if you doing the job that you should be doing, then the organization should be doing their job as well. Easy.
Before finish the interview, let me send a message in Spanish and English for the page for sport in Mexico. Let me say in English first. Uh, I see couple of page putting your post, repost your post in Instagram. But it's a light. You know, you love your league, you respect your league, you think your league is go to the next level. You need to talk like that. You cannot silence like that. But that will not help your league. These guys, no professional guys, you cannot stay in this league. You know, I think so. You cannot wait for somebody outside your country talk to like that. But that was your league. You love and you think your league is the better in the country. You need the help like that. But that was part of the league. You know,
Mm-hmm.
got that good. You got the good professionals, people help the players, and I think so. It's the most important. This is the base for your league. And let me say in Spanish. A las páginas que están en México que reportan sobre esta liga. O sea, si tú crees que tu liga llega al próximo nivel, tú tienes que hablar de esto. O sea, these players is ready for talk his experience. Esta muchacha está lista para hablar de su experiencia y yo creo que esto es parte de la liga. O sea, tienes que tener la base sólida con gente profesional para que las jugadoras, que son la parte más importante de esta liga, puedan sentirse cómodas. O sea, no esperen que un tipo de afuera como yo o desde la línea vengan a hablar de esto. O sea, porque no le puedes tener miedo a esto. O sea, que si le tienes miedo a esto, o sea, por perder la acreditación y no poder cubrir la liga, pues entonces, ¿qué estás haciendo? O sea,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think so. Uh, for these guys, maybe you're scared to talk to like that, for maybe you lost your accreditation. What you doing? But supposed to
Yeah.
be you got microphone like that. Supposed to be you talk to everything. The good experience and the bad experience. But you choose
Mm-hmm.
whatever you talk. Do good. Do you good your work. But you need to do when everything is good. You do it with the team, whatever is champion, whatever is good. But when I got bad experience, you need to talk too. But that was part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brianna. Hey, Nelly. Thank you for your interview. Thank you both for talk to me with your experience.
Yeah.
Especially Nelly. He come with ella vino al final,
Mm.
but I appreciate it. You see in the interview. Con esta entrevista, quizá a lo mejor tenga alguna represalia en el futuro. Yo espero que no. But I think so. You talk to your experience. Brianna talk to your experience.
Mm.
The most important is like that talk. But it's the same. It's say couple of minutes ago. It's the same Brianna say, and Nelly too. It's nothing personal with the Mexican League. It's nothing personal with the Mineras staff. Staff no, with the presidential or whatever guys there in the top. It's nothing personal with these guys. It's only you need to do professional with your players.
Mhm,
The most important
mhm.
is the players. Got good relationship with the players. Got good are professional with the players. Got nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
no, and
Facts.
I agree with it. I agree with it. And for me personally, like, look, me and Bree, and I think she can agree to it too. We love it here in Mexico. The food, the people, the culture, the love we get. Like, it's growing in the United States, but here we feel the love and we love the people here. Everyone. So for me, it's like I could say a whole bunch of things, but my point isn't to damage anybody. My point is we just want us to be better as a whole, from the players all the way up into the owners and the presidents. Because I feel like this can be a first step to seeing a big difference here. And hey, like I said, we're here in Mexico, but there's other countries we can play in as well, you know? And Brianna, she's in a different position than me because she's obviously a more credible player. She's has her experience. I'm starting my things, but at the end of the day, no one can take God's blessings, you know?
No, nobody can take it, no matter what you say. No matter what you say here
Yeah.
today, hey, what's for you is always gonna come. And you want to know something? I'll say this real quick. When I was coming out of college, I didn't have no, I didn't go pro. I was injured and stuff, and I basically retired. I was like, well, my coach didn't help me get with an agent and things like that. I was like, I ain't have no contracts, and boom, out of nowhere, I get a call from a friend who knows a friend talking about something. There's a job in Brazil. Do you want it? And like that's how my pro day started. Like, and it's
Yep.
just crazy because, like you said, God can't take what's meant for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brianna, Nelly, uh, thank you for the opportunity. Good luck with the next projects with boats. And thank you. You got any
No.
final message before finish?
Thank you for having me talk about this. It's my first time doing a podcast and stuff, but yeah, y'all gonna see me hooping again before the year's through, and I'll be playing again in Mexico, in Chihuahua. All right, so just know that's when y'all gonna see me again. So, I mean, if Mexico doesn't want to see me, y'all gonna see me at least one more time. So,
Nelly,
And for me, honestly, I wasn't even expecting to be in this call, but I just know someone good like Brianna. Like, look, I love her like a sister, man. Like, it's like a sister from another mister. And for me, it's like, period. My last thing I want to say is, us women sports, we are humans, not merch. We just want respect, and when we get respect, we'll give respect. That's all we want. And thank you for giving my homegirl a good opportunity to speak, because I feel like we're in this weird situation in the world where, sincerely, we got our backs pinned on the wall. But thank God that Brianna, the way she is, the way she carries herself, she's doing this not just for not
that's
just
how I
for her.
live.
She's doing that for the love of basketball.